Okay, everyone, my name is Amy, and I decided to do my field research report on the Sweat Lodge. Originally, I was going to do a section on the Native American church. This is Quanah Parker, the last chief of my tribe who founded the Native American church. This is Quanah Parker. But since I covered that in the indigenous religion section, I instead decided to go to the Comanche Nation. I'm sorry if this is backwards, but the Comanche Reservation is located in Lawton, Oklahoma, next to Fort Steele and the Wichita Mountains, which are very spiritual for my people. I am in diaspora, where I didn't grow up or live near where my religion, people's religion is practiced. So I don't practice the religion is what I'm trying to say. So one of the things I was curious about was how many tribes actually practiced sweat lodging, and I was surprised to find out that it was only the Great Plains tribes and the Western tribes, and so it's hard to find a sweat lodge out here in Virginia. This is a sweat that I attended a few years ago. This is Michael Spears. Michael Spears is a pipe carrier for the Lakota Nation, one of my friends, and you probably recognized him because he was in Dances with Wolves. He was one of the children. When I get to I went in September to meet with my friend Manny for the Comanche Nation Fair, and so this is me with Manny. And there I have my turkey feather fan. You can see right there. I do not have an eagle fan. Manny does. His name is Manuel, but we call him Manny. He is a holy man. I don't like the word shaman, so I don't use the word shaman because it's too new agey sounding. Now, a sweat lodge can be set up pretty much anywhere. For instance, in your backyard. And there's a drum right there because while the elder is preparing the lodge, you're going to have people singing that are attending the lodge and playing music, drumming. And drumming is the heartbeat of the people. You'll notice that this is canvas and blankets being used to cover, not a tarp. The skeleton of the lodge is lodge poles with the rocks in the middle and held together with what kind of looks like prayer ties, and the religious colors are red, white, yellow, and black. The rocks here are actually in a pit, and you put wood around the stones, and you let it burn for an hour or two. And while that's happening, the elder is smudging the outside of the lodge, the inside of the lodge, and the tools that will be used in the sweat lodge. And so here I have my sage stick and my smudging fan. And before you go into the lodge, the elder is going to take a string or a trail of tobacco from the fire to the door, which is facing east for the sun. The sun goes clockwise around. It goes clockwise. And the trail of tobacco from the fire to the door represents the umbilical cord. The sweat lodge itself is the womb of Mother Earth. So everyone that enters into the lodge, so when we came and we entered into the lodge, you are saged, and when you sage, you bring it to your heart first and then bring it over your body. And it's done with an eagle feather, which I don't have because I have not earned an eagle feather. Eagle feathers are earned. And you enter clockwise into the lodge, and you kiss the Mother Earth. You don't actually kiss the ground, but you kiss Mother Earth, and you're going to say, if you can say it in the native language, which I can't. So when I go in, I said all of my relations. And what that does is that calls your grandmother and grandfathers into the rocks that are in the lodge. And when you're seated, you offer sage as a thank you to the grandmothers and the grandfathers coming in. It's very dark in the lodge, and all you can see are the glowing of the rocks. Water is poured over the rocks, and there are 6 rounds that we do, and each round is separated by a break. So you can go out, get some fresh air, and kind of cool down a little bit. The first round is singing honor songs. The second round is usually the longest because it's the prayer circle, where you go in and everyone in the circle says a prayer out loud. If you do not say a prayer or do not say it out loud, you are breaking the prayer circle. The other thing is, they go in order from the door. It takes the longest, but it's a way to get to know your community, your neighbors, and it's a bonding experience. The last round is open for talking and singing, and the rounds in between, talking, singing, prayers. No scripture from like the Bible or anything is read. Now, people say that the sweat makes them feel better. Obviously, they're sweating out toxins. And women have to sit, with their knees together and their legs to the side. And if a woman is on her moon, she's not allowed to attend because a menstruating woman tends to weaken the men. Women have to go in covered, whereas men can wear shorts. So a little bit of difference. Some tribes do not mix genders because they go into the sweat lodge nude, which is what I was afraid of. But I found out that I did not have to go in nude, so that made me a lot happier. And so it made you, when you're in there and you're smelling the cedar and the sweetgrass and the sage, and you're in the dark and you see the glowing of the lights, it really does make you reflect and think about things that you don't normally think about. So anyway, my time is up. I hope you enjoy my report and my pictures, and thank you.